G'day guys, Dino here. We're back for the second of Les from Lez'sBrew Tube beers that he kindly sent over. And today I thought I would go for the Oats, I think it says Oats for Breaky coffee stout, clocking in at 5.5%. It says oatmeal stout infused with coffee, vanilla and cocoa or cacao. So yeah, that sounds good. So we'll open this up. Yep, nice bit of hiss off the top. Not too much, which is good. Let's pour this into this glass. Sorry, it's probably not the right glass for a stout, but let's see how we go. So once again, I think this has been keg conditioned. There we go. A little bit of a head, not too much, might be a little bit cold still, but fantastic colour. Black as night, I can't see any light even at the very thin part of the glass there. It's looking great. I can see a lot of bubbles sort of on the inside of the glass. Yeah, they're sticking to the glass. That's probably my fault. I've just rinsed this glass out and probably hasn't dried properly, and that's why the bubbles are probably sticking to the side. So it's not a dirty glass, it's just yeah, probably still a slightly wet glass, so apologies for that. But yeah, looking fantastic, so let's get a nose on it. Ooh, and straighter. First thing is I got when I was bringing the glass up to my nose was the coffee and some nice roasted notes as well from probably the roasted barley. But that smells really good. Yeah, roasted coffee and some nice sort of dark chocolate. That smells really good, Les, so thank you very much for that. Haven't had a stout for quite a while, so yeah, this will make a nice change from what I've been drinking. So cheers to you, Les, and cheers to you guys as well. Ooh, it's nice. Definitely getting more on the flavour than the aroma. There's bigger hits of the coffee. The roastiness, some real nice dark chocolate coming through. That's really flavour sort of forward as far as the malts. That's really, really nice. It's got everything you want in a stout, that, you know, real rich, full-bodied, dark malt flavour. Quite a good reasonable body on it. I'd say that's a good medium body, even though it's 5.5%, so it's, you know, like a breakfast stout. I think I said before, one of my other beers, you could probably enjoy it with your cornflakes or wheat bix. Actually, if you're not a huge coffee drinker, or even if you are and you were looking for something else to have instead of your morning coffee, this would actually go down really well. That was really nice. Definitely getting big hits of the coffee now. Can't say I'm picking up much of the vanilla, and that's not a huge surprise because when I did my oatmeal stout, I used some fresh vanilla beans and split them, etc., and threw them in whole. And I think early on I got some sort of subtle vanilla, but it just sort of faded away. And I've read other people saying that, yeah, it's quite hard to get the vanilla sort of really coming through, especially with all the dark malt flavour there. But what I suspect is it's just nicely blended with everything else, just to give a real nice sort of smooth, sort of velvety taste to the beer. Or should I say rich flavour to the beer. That is really nice, Les. Very impressed with that one. Impressed with your previous beer as well. But yeah, that's going down a treat. Believe it or not, I think when I did the last review for Les, I was in the same spot where I am now, and I was boiling hot in the garage. Sort of almost to the point of overheating, but today it's actually quite cold. I think we've got a southerly, and yeah, it's just cooled things down. I was actually going to review outside, but yeah, it's just too cold. So this beer is ticking all the boxes for what I want out of a day like today. So it's fantastic. Even though there's not much of a head, it's carved up sort of spot on. It's a nice, quite soft carbonation. It's still, I can taste the carbonate, that it's got carbonation there, but it's nice, and it's not, you don't want a sort of a gassy, over carbonated stout. Got some nice bitterness there as well, probably from the hops, and also it's like the roasty sort of bitterness you get from the roasted barley. So yeah, that's awesome, Les. I'm going to try and keep these reviews fairly short so people don't fall asleep watching them. Now that's fantastic. I'm just trying to think how I would rate that against the last beer. I think I gave the last one 8 out of 10, and I think I'd rate that another, probably a half a point higher than that. I don't want to rate it too high, only because if some of the other beers are that much better in comparison, it doesn't leave me any room to go. So I think if we give that a good solid 8.5 out of 10, yeah, I think that's a good place for it to be. So yeah, while I like the other beer as well, I like both beers, I think this is probably my pick of the two so far. So okay guys, thanks for watching. So that's the Oats for Breaky Coffee Stout. It does everything it says on the label. It's got the coffee, it's got the cacao, the roastiness, possibly the vanilla's little hint of it, but it's sort of just blended in nicely with everything else. So perfect. Another, I'd say a good breakfast beer. So cheers to you, Les, I really appreciate that, and cheers to you guys for watching as well, and we will catch you in the next video. Over and out.